Friday evening or afternoon, March the 20, what is it, the 26th, baby? The 26th, 2021, and it's about 2:35 p.m. I'm back here in Carbondale, Illinois, where my son's body, Bryan, B-A-R-Y, Lamar, L-A-M-A-R, Johns, J-O-H-N-S. My oldest son's body was found, and it was said at the beginning it was suicide, and like I said, I don't accept it, but you see the address here. This is 400 F 31-36 Oakland Street here in Carbondale, Illinois. His body was found on the second landing up there, which if you all look at my YouTube or any of my social internet, you would see the upstairs where his body was found. Now, this same building, I want you to look at it. Anybody here know anything about my son? I ask and pray that y'all call anonymous to the Illinois State Police, call anonymous to the Carbondale Police Department. This is Oakland, and this is Sycamore. Now, this same building is adjourned. All of this is one building. That's where my son was found, hanging. And where I'm going to take you at now is where some of his clothes was found. Now, I have families and friends that did their investigation here in Carbondale, and I know a lot of people watch my YouTube. Now we on Sycamore in the same building. We at 400 G 37-42. Now, the coroner alleges that he feels that my son might have broke this glass from the fire hydrant, and the glass would be down here. Surely blood would be on his hand. But this is where the fire extinguisher from here was found around the corner in the other apartment. Now he had on a mask, one of these. So he must have been practicing social distancing. The mask, I believe, was found right here. It was a blue throwaway. Now this is the same type of settings right here. His two shirts was found right here. This is the person they talking about committed suicide. Two shirts right here. Mask right here. Missing fire extinguisher right here. Glass from the broken fire extinguisher, I'm assuming, right here. Now he left his mask there. He took his mask off upstairs, left his shirt up on the last landing, assuming he took the fire hydrant. If he broke that, I seen cut on one of his hands, his right hand, but it was cut like this. How did he break it? Do this with a straight cut? This? Or when you're breaking the thing, you're going to do this. You see what I'm saying? In any case, you would have glass in your hand. And I don't know if this dude, see if this look like blood. Can you see it good enough?
That's like,
Oh, don't worry about it.
That's not blood.
Now, the people that found him was in the first building that we came from. This is what my investigators brought me to. You see what I'm saying? I'm an activist. Some people said I'm a racist. Some said I'm anti-law enforcement officials. But if you talk to some federal people in St. Louis, you talk to some in Charleston, Missouri, and other places, they'll tell you all I do is fight for justice. Oh, let me show you something else. Right up in here. It was an axe found right here. An axe now. My son, if his DNA on the axe, all they had to do is chop his head off. You follow what I'm saying? But it was an axe, missing fire extinguisher, broken fire extinguisher glass, go around the corner, masked on the second stair, go all the way up on the flat landing, 2 shirts, then go all the way around the corner just to kill himself with money balled up in his hand. My son did 14 years and 9 months straight in the Illinois State Penitentiary, started when he was about 16 or 17, and I know hardcore gangbangers that would tell you that my son wouldn't kill himself. Now, if you show me something on a video, him committing suicide, then I'll go for it. But if you don't show me that, I ain't going for it. None of my family going for it. He got a daughter that'll be 31 next month. She ain't going for it. He got a grandson that'll be 5. He ain't going for it. His brothers and sisters ain't going for it. I want to take you down here to an area. Some law enforcement said that my son frequently visits. The difference in me, if somebody killed my son, I want you to see me here in Carbondale. I don't come to start no physical fight, but if you killed my son, I'ma help him get justice. I can't sleep. I ain't slept since. But I want to go across the street. You see, one thing about me, I don't care if it's the toughest individual in the world. If my son owed you some money, I would rather for you to hold him hostage and tell me and his brothers and sisters to give you the money than to kill my son if that's what you did. Can you get a good close up of that building?
Yes, sir. The brick one. This is
a building that he frequently visit. And from what my investigators say, it's an area where most people that use drugs and possibly sell drugs be. But I want anybody in Carbondale that know anything about what might have happened to my son, contact me on my YouTube channel, Raymond, Raymond, Ivy. Anybody in Carbondale that had something to do with it, take a good look at it. I'm going to give you a couple of scriptures. You see, one of them, it'll show you how much afraid I am of y'all. You see what I'm saying? The one is, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Who should I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of who should I be afraid? And let me tell you the other one. Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, this area here, I would fear no evil because God is with me. His rod and his staff, they comfort me. They prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. My enemies is somewhere around, especially if you killed my son. He anointed my head with oil. My cup running over. When they said my cup running over, it let me know if I'm walking through the valley of the shadow of death and I don't fear no evil and he with me, can't no other power on face of this earth, no weapon formed against me will prosper. But when my cup running over, that means God putting rams all in the bush, led me all the way to the people that seen my son hanging. Led me to an area where my son allegedly broke a fire hydrant. Led me where his mask was at. Led me where his church was at. It led me down here for a reason. All I come down here is for justice. I represent my entire family. I'm coming down here for justice. Nothing less. Nothing more. Peace. Be still.